What's up, everybody? I'm gonna wait for a few people to come on and then I'll start. Excuse me, munching down. I literally just got back from the gym, showered, and hopped on here. Give me 1 second, yo. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? It's been a long time since I've done live. Way too long. How's everybody's week going? How's everybody's fourth quarter going? Talk to me. I'm trying to munch these chips down before I start. And thanks to everyone who asked me questions. I appreciate it. You do. Derek, I definitely need updates on how's life, how's the job, how are you, getting used to insurance, all that good stuff. Queen Anne, where do you work? She said fourth quarter is slow at my insurance job. I'm starving. I'm literally almost done, y'all, but I didn't want to not be up here on time, even though I was late. Are you captive with National General? The Lay's Doritos Cool Ranch used to be my favorite until I got the purple bag, the sweet chili. I'm eating some jalapeno chips. Yes, yeah, I am eating chips after the gym. So I will tell y'all, I don't really talk about my personal life much, but I'm doing this whole lifestyle change in my eating and going to the gym and stuff like that. So I started going to the gym, right? Proud of myself for that. It's helped a lot with, I work from home and I'm always home. And just not being very active, I felt very muggy and down. But since going to the gym, I feel a lot better. I started working out a month ago. And I will say, working out is only 10% of it. Eating is kind of the main thing you have to do. And since I started, I've gained 10 pounds. I mean, you probably can't tell, honestly, but I gained 10 pounds in a month. So I'm going to keep going. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So we can get started. So it is fourth quarter. Happy fourth quarter, everybody. The last quarter of the year. I can't believe it's fourth quarter. I literally remember like it was yesterday. It was January and I was just starting my insurance agency. Now here we are 10 months later and I'm still kicking and I'm just very pleased and just grateful for all of my clients, all the opportunities, all the relationships I have built with my insurance agency. Regarding that, so I'm looking to hire full-time and part-time, I think, an insurance agent, base salary plus commission. I just hired a marketing manager as well because marketing is very important for me. I get most of my business inbound. So from people reaching out on different social media, referral partners and things like that. So, my marketing manager was originally my content manager. So he was on my Instagram and things like that. So I'm you do an amazing job with my content. I've seen my social media grow and he's very forward thinking. He called me yesterday and he was like, Kenny. I'm like, what's up? And I was driving. He was like, listen, like I'm on the road right now, but I want to call you. We need to talk about getting you a billboard or giving you a few in this area and that area, because this area is this. Like, he really had statistics and all this cool stuff set up. And I'm like, dude, you're so amazing. So I'm going to have him on my team full time. I already talked to him about it. He was like, yeah, of course. So I'm meeting with him next week to like give him the contract, give him the offer. And I'm very excited to have him on my team. He's like my right hand man when it comes to marketing. It's great. So I'm really excited. I didn't think my first official hire would be a marketing manager. I thought it would be a licensed insurance agent. But I always tell people I know I can handle the sales myself, but I am going to, of course, bring one in. I've had a few applicants, and I don't think I found the right fit yet. I actually got a new applicant today, but I haven't looked over her information or who she is. So I'm going to look over that tomorrow. It's a lot running an agency. I see Brittany said she's running her own agency, and it's over. Yeah, you're overwhelmed. It's days where I'm definitely overwhelmed, but organization and running an agency is key. Like, is key, y'all. Having that CRM, having systems and processes in place, which I'm still working on right now, because when I hire someone, I want us to be on the same accord. I want, when I bring 3, 4, 5 people in, I want everybody to be on the same accord with everything, not just, oh, we're going to do this for that. Or, you want everybody to be on the same accord. So I'm really excited for that. Really grateful that I've made as much money as I have and helped so many people as I have, and just have these clients. And it's truly amazing to think about. Like, y'all trust me with your insurance, for one, and then you come back for more insurance, or you refer your mom. Like, one of my clients for life insurance referred her mom to me like 2 weeks ago. And she was like, she loves you and I need life insurance. She was telling me the importance of it. And her daughter literally sold the policy for me. So I was very grateful for that. Can I make this big screen? Probably not. I was very grateful for that. So, it's great to have good clients. Let's see. Keep on grinding. Love the knowledge you're spreading to the people. Thank you so much. And the reason I got on live today is because I didn't drop a video today. I have it recorded. I actually got a big contract or appointment with a carrier that I've been working with, and I have a direct appointment now. I'm like one of 27 people ever in North Carolina to have the appointment. So I was super grateful. So I did a video on that 2 weeks ago. Still haven't edited the video, mainly because running an agency is literally a 24/7 job. It never stops. I'm always learning, always trying to do the next thing. But literally, I remember when I first started my agency, like the first day, and I was like, what am I going to do all day? I don't have anybody to talk to. Yeah, right. Like, the first 2 weeks was strictly training. I was doing a lot of training. I was like meeting with the carriers, signing my contracts, the commission, learning all that. And then literally after that, like, it was just sales, sales, sales. And ever since then, I have been busy. Even a few days I stepped out when I first started to market to different State Farm agencies or different insurance agencies, car dealership, mortgage brokers, whoever. And literally, my phone was ringing off the hook all day when I was out of the office. Grateful for it, but then that's also, I guess, the downside as well, is like, you are always on, you're never off. If you work for somebody and you go on vacation, you can put your PTO in and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about anything. But for me and like 10 of my closest friends went to Houston for my birthday, which was in July. And we were there from Wednesday to Sunday. And Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, and Friday morning, I was up working early in the morning. Even when I was out, like, that evening, I was getting like emails. And of course, I'm always checking my emails. I'm just like a workaholic, and people were just asking for quotes and things like that. And like, of course, I didn't do it right then and there because it's my birthday. I'm enjoying myself. But it's like, this is why I need somebody. I'm grateful that I'm to a point where I'm able to hire somebody. And I do want to train somebody as well. I've seen a lot of insurance agents that don't have proper training. They're not correctly like insuring people, and I want to be able to, make a change in people's lives. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna kind of run through some questions that you guys have. Brittany, where's your insurance agency at? I see you said you're looking for some candidates as well. Maybe I can connect you with some people. Thanks, Terrell. Keep on grinding, love and knowledge is spreading. I did read that already, didn't I? Connie McMillan, what CRM do you suggest? I just set up my website using GoDaddy. So I use GoDaddy as well for my website. I hate GoDaddy. I'm just to be 100% honest with you, I hate it. So my web designer is overseas, but he's my cousin. He went to the military when he was young. He's like my dad's first cousin, and he's like this big web designer over there. So my parents gifted me the website for my like opening of my agency. It was really expensive, and personally, I wouldn't have paid that much because I didn't have the budget at the time. But super dope website. If you haven't seen my website, I'll type it in. I really love my website. It's beautiful. He did an amazing job. But I've had instances where my website's been down. My email's linked with GoDaddy. That's been down a few times. So he called me, I think it was last week when my email was down. He was like, listen, dude, we're switching from GoDaddy. I'm going to give you all the information, but we're just switching. Just know that. So I use, for my CRM, I use HubSpot. HubSpot is powered by Google. It is 100% free. You can have unlimited clients and you can have up to 1 million users. So people that can function or agents that you may have. And I always say, if you're to the point where you have 1 million users, you can afford to, you know, buy a CRM. But for me, I'm all about being very smart with my money. Watching these insurance agents on YouTube, it's very cringe. Makes me like my skin itch when they're like, you have to have $30,000. No, you don't. I literally started my agency for under $2,000. I'm going to make a video about that soon. I'll get a lot of questions and like DMs and emails about how, but you don't need a ton of money to start your insurance agency. I'm also looking at launching like a mentorship program. I do a lot of coaching calls with you guys. And you guys are so like hungry and eager to learn. I really love that. So I'm thinking about doing something like that for you guys as well. This will be my first AEP season, and I am scared. Yeah, it's a lucrative season. You know, take it by the reins and run with it. You got it. You got it. You're in Chesapeake, Virginia. So I'm licensed in Virginia. Like my agency is licensed in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Excuse me, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. But I can write commercial or business insurance in 48 states. The only states I cannot write commercial or business insurance in is Alaska and Hawaii. And my brother's moving to Hawaii. What are the odds? And but for Virginia, I can do so like the E&S, so like excess and surplus lines, because I actually have a client. And honestly, don't ask me what he does because I don't know. He does something like with it's been a while since I wrote it, but he does like something with warehouses and forklifts. And so somebody referred him to me thinking that I was licensed in Virginia, but I was, because only for like excess and surplus and commercial in general I can write. So I was able to insure him, but I think he's my only client in Virginia. Yeah. And then when I was at State Farm, I did like 2 life policies in Virginia. The next states I'm looking at going to are Maryland and Texas. Those are the next 2 states I'm looking at. Yeah, Connie, definitely set up an appointment. Super excited to hear from you guys. And I'm going to answer some questions that I got on my Instagram as well. If you have not followed my Instagram, you can go ahead and follow that. It's the same as my YouTube, so KennyJTV. I try to keep everything uniform, so it's not hard to find me. At the beginning, for people that were with me from before I started my agency, I tried to have a separate Instagram page. It didn't work. So I was like, you know what? Let me just put these 2 together. Let's see. Somebody asked, what are some policies? Wait. Oh, no. Important policies to have before you're 30. That's a really good question. The most important policy I know that you should have before you're 30 is life insurance. Just because the older you get, the more expensive it is. You know, you may have some type of disease or condition where you're harder to insure, it's a lot more expensive. And the policies that I give my clients are called limited pay policies. If you know what that is, like if you know what it is, say like I do, or drop something in the chat, because a lot of agents that I train don't know what that is. Essentially, you don't pay forever, but it is a whole life policy and you save a ton of money. I see agents are like, term policy is the way to go. That's the only policy you need. Whole life is a scam. But if you insure someone right with the whole life policy, it's definitely not a scam. So yeah, that's life insurance, definitely health insurance. If you don't have it through your job, you can get it through the marketplace. As she was saying, it's open enrollment coming up. Reach out to me, reach out to her, reach out to whoever. Health insurance is not as expensive as you think it is. My uncle reached out to me and said, Kenny, I need some dental insurance. Can you help me? Of course, I always can help you. And he spent $30 a month for his life insurance, dental insurance. So it's definitely affordable. Also, peep the KennyJTV shirt. I don't know if it's backwards on there. I try to wear these sometimes when I can. I want to make some more gear. I had a hoodie, but I think it got ruined. I have a hat as well, but I wore it in the gym today, and it's like super sweaty, so I couldn't wear it. Let's see. You could be my connect for commercial policies. I'm not able to do them yet. I'm licensed in VA in North Carolina. Yeah, Brittany, let me know. Shoot me an email. I'll put my email down here, and we can make something happen. I'll be more than happy to help you in any way that I can. I love, love, love doing commercial insurance. It's just so amazing networking and getting in contact with so many different business owners and just learning about their business. Like I've insured co-working spaces. I've insured a lot of my business comes from catering businesses, handy persons, lawn care, and cleaning services. That's where a lot of mine come from. But I insure a ton of businesses. I've done like bakeries. I did a beauty supply store. That was really cool to do that. I'm currently working on. I've done a clinical research facility. That was amazing. That one, I was really happy about that one. I'm currently working on a staffing agency. She just staffs like nurses and some other people for assisted living. I need to check on that tomorrow. I haven't heard back yet. But I'm currently working on that and then a few other things. But commercial is where my heart is. That and then life insurance. I've been writing a lot of life insurance lately. And I think it's because like the pandemic and people are really realizing. And I try to, raise awareness as well. I had a client that I put on my YouTube channel how she was sick. But before she got sick, I was telling her to get the life insurance and I'm gonna get it. She kept pushing it off, and next thing you know, she can't even get the life insurance, or she can, but it's way more than what she anticipated on paying because now she's, sick and she has congestive heart failure. That's what she has now. And I, of course, asked her, can I talk about it on my channel? She said, please do raise the awareness because I don't want anybody else to have to go through this. So literally, when that happened, all her children reached out to me and got a policy and was like, thank you for like educating us, which is my biggest thing. People are always like, how do you sell so well? And I'm like, well, I educate people and I leave it to them to make the educated decision on if they need this policy or not. Where did you go do your training once you were independent? So a lot of training, all of my training came from my carriers. They always do trainings, literally Liberty Mutual. Liberty Mutual does trainings every week. A lot of my life insurance carriers, health insurance carriers do annuities, do trainings every week, and they'll send you emails like, we have the training on Wednesday, or we have the training on Thursday. So you just gotta connect with the right people. People are always like, I'm gonna start captive, which I thought too. I'm gonna start captive so I can learn, and then once I learn, I'm gonna go independent. But if you connect with the right carriers, you will have a plethora amount of training on the independent side as well. It's just connecting with the right carriers that really care about you and your well-being and that kind of thing. Because don't join any MLMs. I could go on and on about that, make a whole video about MLMs, but that's not my speed. So what's up, Kenyel? My brother's up here. Kenyel XO. Follow his YouTube. He's in not insurance. He's a military. YouTuber. He's actually about to go to Hawaii. Him and his wife are going out there. They got a nice house out there, and I can't wait to visit. Definitely going to do a day in the life insurance video in Hawaii, so stay tuned for that. I'm very excited for that. What is the best pre-licensing course for life insurance? Kaplan is the best one, and I've been in talks with Kaplan about doing a partnership, but they're so slow on getting back to me. Like, they're like, yeah, this will be great, and they're moving really slow about it. But Kaplan is a really good, really good program to use. It's very slow, like it takes you slow, it doesn't rush you, and it's self-taught. I mean, like self-paced. And I did the very basic course. I didn't do like the one with the professor because I'm like, I'm gonna spend the bare minimum and I'm going to pass it and not have to spend all this money. So that's what I did. Kaplan was amazing. And there were literally questions from Kaplan that were on the life insurance exam. Let me go back to my questions on my Instagram. Let's see. I have some on my YouTube as well. Growing natural market in your first 12 weeks. So people always ask me about leads, where I go for my leads. I don't buy leads, never have had to buy leads, and probably never will buy leads. I say that now, but I don't have a ton of people under me, so that's probably why I'm saying that. But I literally worked my warm market. I made a list of, I think it was like 200 people, and started reaching out to them and saying, hey, like I just started my agency, would love to quote you and see if I can save you money. If I can save you money, great. If not, there's no pressure to buy. I just want to practice quoting. That's how you get them. You want to practice quoting. And after every time, which I need to get back in the habit of doing, whether they bought it or not, I say, you see the value of this product and what it brings to you. Who are some people that could also benefit from this product? And that's how you keep your pipeline full, because you want to keep your pipeline full of new people to talk to, and that's how you I don't know what I'm trying to say. That is how you get around buying leads. I don't think I'd ever buy leads. Working at State Farm, I saw how leads went, and the conversion rate was super low. And my old boss would say, like, your conversion rate is low. But I'm like, these people don't know why I'm calling. They're like, why are you calling? They're angry. Of course it's low. But the people that I talk to on a daily basis know my intent for calling. They're either a referral or they reach out to me or something like that. So they know why I'm calling, and it usually goes pretty well. Do you bring your work gear on vacations? I do. I bound a policy while boarding a plane. Yep, Brittany, same. I was on the way to Texas. I was in the Texas airport. I had 3 coaching calls and 2 policies to bind before my trip started. So I got to the airport 3 hours early, but all my friends were getting there later. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just wait, no pressure, because one of my mentors stays in Houston, so he picked us all up. And I was on the phone binding the policy, and I don't know why I got some type of rush. I'm like, yeah. So I love working. I love insurance. It doesn't feel like work to me. So I always bring, and my gear is really just my MacBook, like my phone system's on my MacBook, my where I house on my policies, like everything is on my MacBook. So if I have this, I'm good to go. I used to have an external hard drive, but it crashed, and I lost all my information. But thank God it crashed in the early stages of my career as an owner, so it wasn't bad. So now everything's in a cloud. But yeah, I take my gear everywhere. I had to run some errands today, and I brought my laptop with me in the car because I've had times where I've literally bound policies in the car. I do recommend, if you are an insurance agent, to get hotspot on your phone. It's like mobile Wi-Fi. So if you ever are in the car traveling, you're driving, across the state line, and you need to bind a policy real quick, you can connect that hotspot and get it rolling. Because I never want to miss out on a deal, and I'm always about convenience with my clients. So if my clients, reach out to me, or a prospect reaches out to me, I try to get the quote back to them as soon as possible. It's been times where I've called the carrier mainly for the surplus lines or the non-admitted ones. They kind of take a little while, so I'll hit them up, be like, yo, where's the quote? I did that today. And she was like, oh, I was about to email you the quote, and I need it. You know what I mean? Especially for my referral sources. I get a lot of referrals from State Farm. And so whenever they reach out to me, I make it like a priority to get it done quickly because I want you to know that I am serious about this. I'm grateful for the referral and I want to be able to take care of your client as well. The best training for PNC license as well is Kaplan. Kaplan is amazing. Kaplan is amazing. I have a video about how to pass the PNC exam because that one was super hard to pass for me personally. In North Carolina, property and casualty are two different exams. Any advertisement tips? Do you mean advertisement as far as marketing your agency or yourself or what? How did you handle the conversion rate of leads being low as a captive agent? What tips can you give because you were successful, which motivated you to go out and open your own agency? So my conversion rates were always low for leads. And that's the thing about me. I'm always transparent. Like that was one thing my old boss would always sit me down and be like, why are they so low? What are you not doing? And I'm just like, you ever think about like it's probably the leads you're giving us? But my leads were always super low, and it got to the point near the end of my career at State Farm where I just stopped taking them. I would give them to anybody that wanted them. I don't want it. I don't want to waste my time because I had such a big following on social media where they were always reaching out to me. And I was like, I can do this on my own, get the residuals, make way more, and have my own agency. So that's what motivated me to go out on my own. When I went to State Farm, I didn't plan on staying there. It was good money, but I knew that I could make more, and I wanted to make more of a print, in the insurance world. Because even she was like, she sat me down and she was like, you're great, your marketing is great, but I will tell you that. I'm sorry, that was that was an email. She said, I will tell you that, insurance agency owners for State Farm cannot have a YouTube page. Like, you have to tone it down. She told me I needed to tone me down. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to conform or I'm not going to fit this box that y'all put me in. I always feel like I'm not your average insurance broker. I'm not your average insurance agent, which is why I feel like people are drawn to me because I keep it real. I'm very honest. I'm very knowledgeable on what I do. I'm never going to tell my insured something that I don't know. I eat, breathe, and sleep insurance, and that's for a reason. Because if you are my client, I want to give you the utmost, like, respect, the utmost, like, knowledge, the customer service. I want everything to be A1 because I want you to know that I do appreciate you, whether it's a $100,000 commercial policy or a $200 renter's policy. To me, I view them exactly the same. I'm just grateful that you thought enough of me and my company to, put your insurance through us. Can you tell me about the training program at State Farm? So, do you mean the training program if you want to become an agency owner with them or just like as a team member? What is the hardest, most stressful part of your job? Honestly, it's days where I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's days where I'm just sitting here working and I just get so overwhelmed that I just close my laptop and go lay down. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like it's been days where I just close my laptop, take a 30-minute nap, and I reset. The most stressful part of my job is probably following up with clients after they reach out to you. So it's people are always reaching out like, hey, I want this insurance, I need it, and then they are hard to get in touch with. Or I had a client that it was a commercial client and he needed this insurance and I was calling him because it was about to cancel. Every day I was calling him for like a month. He finally called me the last day, like, sorry, like I don't know what's going on. Like I've been busy and for a month every day, really, but and he was like, I won't do it again. And he was like, give me 30 minutes, call me back and I'll have the payment. So I call him, he doesn't answer. And he was like, I still haven't talked to him since. And I was calling him and I'm like, you know what? I don't even want this on my books. So he did lapse. And if he calls back, I'm going to tell him that I'm not going to be able to, like, put him in my agency unless he pays in full for the year, which is super expensive because chasing people down for non-pays or cancellations is very stressful. Because also, if they do have the non-pay or cancellation, you have to pay a part of that commission back, and then of course you want to get the renewals and things like that. But since I've been in business, I think I have it up. Let's see. I've only had 3 or 4 cancellations since I started, so not many. And I have like 150 plus clients, so I think that's pretty good. But I try everything in my power to keep them, on my book, reaching out to them. And some clients I even call monthly before their bill is due, like, hey, your bill is due, this, that, and the third. And so, yeah. But overall, it's a great, rewarding job, but it can be very stressful, especially if you're thinking of ways to market, which is why I'm hiring a marketing manager. I can't keep doing this. I love the marketing aspect, but I love like when stuff is already in place and I can just fill in the puzzle pieces. So it can be a stressful job, but I try not to let it get to me often. But it's pretty easy going as well, though. As a team member, so it definitely depends on who your manager is and who the agency owner is. For me, my former manager was like gun ho on life insurance, which is why I'm so big on life insurance, and which is why I'm so educated on life insurance as well. When I watch a lot of these insurance agency owners out here, they're not big on life insurance. They're just like, oh yeah, PNC, 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 but life insurance. I mean, if you insure Betty's all of her belongings, all of her assets, but then you don't insure her life, and then her daughter calls like, "Hey, Miss Betty just died. Like, my mom died. Yeah, I know she had all your insurance through you. Did you do her life insurance?" And it's like I didn't even ask her. And if you're not asking your clients, if you're licensed, if you're not asking every client about life insurance, you're doing them a disservice because you're the professional. I don't talk a ton about life insurance on my channel, which I want to do a better job of, but life insurance is so important. It's the one thing that's going to happen. You're not guaranteed to get in a car accident. You're not guaranteed to have a loss in your home or roof. You're not guaranteed to, have a loss in your business, but you are going to die. And you want to be able to leave that mark for your descendants or your beneficiaries and make sure that things are taken care of. You don't want to have GoFundMe out there. You can search up the word funeral on GoFundMe, and at any time there's nearly 1 million people that are asking for money to bury somebody, and you don't want to be, one of those numbers. And also, if you're a life insurance agent, educate your clients. Like once they get the policy, it's not like goodbye, have a nice life, and talk to you we'll talk to whoever when you die. It's more so like, hey, Miss Smith, I know you got this life insurance policy. Make sure to tell the beneficiaries where your policy is. Give them my contact information. Give them the policy number, because right now in America, I believe it's $1.8 billion of unpaid life insurance out because people don't know where their loved one's life insurance, or they don't know they even had life insurance. Imagine if your grandma got life insurance when she was 40 and now she's 80, she passed away, but she never told anybody. Now you're on GoFundMe and you realize you didn't even have to be. And another nugget that I love to drop for life insurance as well is when you have the beneficiaries, tell your client, hey, Ms. Smith, I'm going to reach out to your beneficiaries and let them know for you that you have this life insurance through me, and give them my contact information, the policy number. Is that okay? Of course, I don't have to talk to them. Great. And then when you talk to them, hey, Ms. Smith, I see, or hey, Miss Betty, I see that Miss Smith got this policy and you're the beneficiary. I bet you weren't expecting a call like that. No, what? This is crazy. And kind of tell them about the policy and how it works. And then, you say, I got Miss Smith, squared away with her life insurance. Now I wanted to ask, who is your life insurance through? Because now in the back of their head, oh, my sister got her life insurance. I don't have mine. And now you have more people to talk to. You always want to find ways to keep your pipeline full of new business to talk to. As the owner of the agency, are you a broker or agent? I am a broker. A broker works for the client. An agent works for the company. So an agent would be like somebody that works for State Farm, somebody that works for Geico, directly works for the company. So I shop carriers and I bring the best rate back to the client and present that to them. What company are you appointed with, if you don't mind me asking? For what line of insurance? Because I'm appointed with a ton of companies. The list is very long of companies that I'm insured with. What insurance related YouTube channel podcast do you use as reference or for motivation? So it's not a lot that I use, but the two people that I am super big on, I've connected with them and I'll send them referrals if I have somebody in their state. The first one is Nicholas Sacca. He's an Allstate agency owner. He's done it for 5 years. He's like 31, 32. That's just a guess. So if he's watching, I don't know how old you are, but I think you're around that age. I have a video with him on my channel. And I connected with him on YouTube. I saw he was really doing his thing out here. He has 2 Allstate agencies, has like a $5 million book of business. He's doing well for himself. And I've even reached out to him for advice and things like that about hiring. He has weekly content on insurance, and it's really helpful, really informative. I love his content. And then the other one is Chris, the insurance guy. Chris is amazing. Chris is an independent broker as well. He's 25, 26, I believe, and he started his insurance agency right out of college. He was with farmers in college, like interning every summer, and then he started his own. He's in the LA area, I believe, LA area. He's amazing. His channel is amazing as well. So go subscribe to them and tell them that KennyJTV sent you. They're both amazing insurance agents, insurance brokers, but it's not a lot of people. So if you guys have people that you think I should look at for inspiration, let me know. Or any books or podcasts. I listened to one podcast before, but I forgot who it was. It was kind of boring. It wasn't really motivating. They're like, yeah, I bought these leads and you can make $3 million. Like, it wasn't anything that was very transparent. I like transparency. So, I mean, it's not a ton up there that I've found personally. That's why I decided to become a life broker. However, I don't want to box myself. Hence the reason why I want to do PNC as well. Yeah, definitely do not box yourself as a life agent, which is why I couldn't be a life agent. People are always saying, like, how do you sell so much life insurance? But it's like, I do all the lines. So I always start with PNC, their home, their auto, commercial. I save them a ton of money. Now let's segue into your life insurance. If I was just selling life insurance, I don't know how well I would do with just life insurance. I like to be the jack of all trades. But I do sell a lot of life insurance, but I don't know. Like, I just don't know how I would do with that alone. Like, I've written a few policies already this week, and I have a life insurance meeting on Friday. I've already had the initial one. And then he just wants to go ahead and he's like, I just want to go ahead and get it underway. And he wants a term policy. And it's Mutual of Omaha has this beautiful term life express policy. The policy's issued in 2 days. Crazy. So this one lady I just did last week, she paid in full for the year, wrote it on Wednesday. I was driving to one of my cousins passed away. He was murdered 2 weeks ago, I think, and his wake or his viewing was Friday. And so I was on the way to the viewing with my family. I was in the back seat, and I pulled out my laptop, and the policy was issued. I was like, I just wrote this on Wednesday. So I called her. She was like, that quick? And I'm like, that's the beauty of it. Like, Mutual of Omaha is one of my favorite carriers to write through. Mutual can do no wrong by me. And their underwriting team is very quick. It's great. But I always tell them the difference between term and whole and, kind of see where they're at. And I always do life needs analysis to see, what they really need. I don't just try to sell term because it issues quicker, it pays a lot. I mean, the percentage of the term is high. I would say that it's over 100%. Like, it's super high. Let's see. As an independent agent, would I be a broker? Yes, you would be a broker. Technically, if you're the agency owner, it gets a little cloudy because I had to get a broker bond and my broker license, which is crazy to think about. But I have a broker license, so I have people that work under me as well. So if you have to get that broker bond and the broker license, I don't know if you work for I think if you work for an independent agent or independent broker, I think you're a broker as well. It gets very confusing, which is why I tell like people that don't know insurance, I'm an insurance agent, and that it is what it is. Yeah, the answer about the broker question is my question. I've been with Aflac as an agent for the past year. How do you like Aflac? Because that's health. That's more health. That's like health supplement, correct? Because they reached out to me for like to partner with my agency, but I really didn't see a benefit of it, so I didn't do it. But I think it was Aflac. Was it Aflac? I think it was Aflac. Yeah, Mutual of Omaha County is like A1. Like, I love, like, if you could see the cases that I've submitted, it's literally pages and pages of people that I've put through Mutual of Omaha. And the crazy thing is, I just started riding through them a few months ago. And I'm like, where were you in January when I needed you? Yeah, Mutual of Omaha is amazing. Let's see. I have some more questions on my YouTube as well. I'm gonna try to get to. And the people that are independent, who are some carriers that you guys write through? What are some like struggles that you guys are having, or like do you guys have niche markets? I was watching Chris, the insurance guy. He was just talking about niche markets. Excuse me. It's like, do you have niche markets, or are you kind of just doing everything, or what does that look like for you guys? As I pull up my. Uh-oh. How do I get to it? All right. Here we go. Who is someone you look up to a lot right now? This is from Marisol Sanchez. I think that's. Oh, it's not her. Someone that I look up to a lot. I would have to say my mom. I know it's kind of like cliche, but my mom has like, well, my mom and my father have single-handedly like built a multi-million-dollar business, and I've seen it before my eyes. You know, I remember when they were working for people, they started their business, and I remember the transition, like from them starting their business and it being slow to them making a lot of money and us moving into a really big house and having all the nice things. And I'm like, wow. But you know, they always remain humble, and that's something they always tell me is, you know, always remain humble and always be willing to give back. Even for Christmas, we don't even like exchange gifts anymore because I was telling them I feel like we're just throwing money around. So we adopt families. So this year I'm going to adopt a family, and then my agency is going to adopt a family as well. Just because I love to give back, you know, the people that don't have as much, I just feel like that's my good deed to the world. You know, I always love to help people in any way that I can, and that's why I love YouTube. I feel like I can really touch people's lives and make a difference. So my mom would definitely be the person that I look up to the most. She's actually writing a book right now, which is why she's usually on my lives, but she's writing a book right now. So she's like, she called me before. She's like, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm writing a book, and she had like an emergency with one of her employees, and I was like, it's fine. Like, don't sweat it. I was just letting you know. Um, and then I'm also my brother as well. Like, my brother's a dope individual. Like, I've just seen him come a very long way, and he's like one of my best friends. Like, that's my guy. So definitely them two are two people that I truly look up to. So I'm 7 years sober, trying to. Well, so I'm 7 years sober and trying to get some clients in the sober community. That's really cool. Congratulations to being 7 years sober. That's amazing. Do you have like contacts with like networks or like, I don't know, with the AA groups or substance abuse groups where you could talk to them, like and go and speak about the importance of life insurance and like things like that? That would be my advice, is like reach out to different mental health facilities, reach out to the AAs and possibly even the court system and see like, can you come and speak about life insurance or insurance in general, and you know, connect with them by telling your story and what you went through and how you're sober, and if I can do it, you can do it, and just encourage them, because people buy from who they know, like, and trust. So if they build that bond with you, they're more inclined to buy. But congratulations, that's amazing. Do you have a work-life balance? Absolutely. I was with my family this weekend because I had the viewing for my cousin, but then my line brother, which is, I'm in a fraternity, so one of the guys that crosses me got married, and I had to go to Virginia. And you know, I was telling my aunt about some trips I have coming up. I'm planning on going to. I really want to go to Greece. I really want to go to Bali. Thinking about Mexico, and then I'm going to Miami probably soon as well. And she was like, you work hard, but you play even harder. And that's really the key. It's like, you make this money, you work hard, but you have to have that work-life balance. Because if I die today and all I did was work, what do I have to look back on? I don't want to lay on my deathbed and say, I wish I would have done more. Like, I wish I would have enjoyed my money. I wish I would have spent more time with my family. So that's what I'm doing now, because when I first graduated college, I had no work-life balance. Work, work, work is all I was doing, because I'm like, money, money, money. But you start to value more different things. And I started to value my family time. I started to value my personal time and taking time out for me. And that helps with your mental health as well, because I was super stressed, always like, you know, a million things going on in my head. And even like when I first graduated, I had that post grad depression, and it was crazy. But finding that balance, and it's truly amazing. But don't get me wrong, when you first start your agency, you first start any type of business, you may not have ideal work-life balance, excuse me, but you'll have it. But I mean, at first you got to put, your nose to the ground and really work hard. But your business is going to go as hard as you work it. So let's see. Yeah, so for Aflac, it's voluntary benefits. It helps protect employees' paychecks or assets. Also, a way of offsetting the costs that come with medical insurance or catastrophe events, cancer. Hmm. So, do you like Aflac? Do you want to stay with Aflac? We do supplemental as well as life. Also, yeah, Aflac agents are always looking for people like brokers for referrals. Aflac has a broker program that opens up another line of income for brokers. Well, maybe they didn't pitch it right, or maybe it wasn't Aflac. No, it had to be. It had to be Aflac. Let me see. Maybe it wasn't Aflac then, because they didn't. The way they pitched it, it didn't sound really good. And I'm always like, if I'm referring somebody to someone, I have to 110% believe in what they're saying. I don't want to refer somebody to somebody yeah, it was Aflac. It was definitely Aflac. But I want to refer somebody to, someone that I believe in that will do well. Because a lot of my certain classes of insurance I just don't write, whether it be hard to place, just a hassle. So I've created referral partners from different states even. So I'm not licensed in every state, of course, especially with personal lines. So if you guys are, have your own agencies or just in insurance in general, which most of you are, and you are in different states, shoot me an email or comment under one of my videos and say, I would love to be a referral, and I can, have people sent to you, because I do get quite a few people from different states. It's been anywhere from Texas, California. Where else have we? I had one in Massachusetts, but oddly enough, I was able to write it because it was a commercial deal. New York, Florida. I get a lot of deals from Florida. And a few other states as well. You guys have any questions? Drop them below. I'm trying to go back to my when working as an employee for an insurance company, the saying is, it isn't about the right opportunity, but handling the opportunity right. That's good. Making callbacks is a way to try and make a closing opportunity on slow days. What are some ways to make opportunities happen? This company provides warm leads. Thanks. Queen Anne. I think you're in here. And Queen Anne, if I'm not mistaken. That was a really good question. Good question. What are some ways to make opportunities happen? Market yourself. That's what I do. Is I always market myself. I reach out to State Farm agents. If you are an independent agent, reach out to State Farm agent, and I promise you, if you build a nice relationship, they will send you business weekly. Because State Farm, what I learned with State Farm is they can't insure a lot of people. They insure the best of the best. So if you have a life insurance client and they have cancer or had cancer, State Farm's not going to do it. If they have diabetes, State Farm's not going to do it. They have high blood pressure, State Farm's most likely not going to do it. So reach out to State Farm people, market to car dealerships, to be very careful with that. Reach out to different apartment complexes. Reach out to whoever you think could use the insurance. That's what I do on slow days, as well as I'm in a lot of Facebook groups. I'm in a lot of business owner groups, and if it's slow, I'll reach out to business owners in the groups, and a lot of my business comes from there. So they come from, the landscapers, any type of business owner. I'm about to insure a mobile bartender, and she came from the group. And then yesterday I was typing up a policy, and somebody called me, and I always ask, like, how did you hear about us? And she said the Facebook group. Somebody referred me to you. So going in those groups, and it's free. It's free leads. One of my colleagues, she's in like trucking, and she says if you go to the DOT website, you can find out all the trucking companies, which I haven't really tapped into, but trucking is super lucrative. Like one trucking account can be like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I did like a construction company, and I think they pay 15,000 a year, and that's pretty small compared to like some of the trucking accounts that you can do. So I hope that answers your question, and if it doesn't, let me know. But that's, and then of course you'll want to market your contacts. I know all of y'all have at least 50 contacts in your phone. So go through those people, reach out to them and ask like, hey, can I quote you? That's going to help you, to get the ball rolling. What's the best way to get referrals or like a loose grip when selling life? I'm in North Carolina. How do you say your first name? Chantal Costello. What's up, North Carolina? What part of North Carolina are you from? I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. Best way to get referrals. For life insurance, of course, State Farm agents, reach out to family and friends because I guarantee you all of them don't have it. Funeral homes are really good to partner with because you can do like the pre-need and all of that good stuff. Who else is really good for life insurance for me? Just referrals, really. Referrals are really big. Reaching out to senior homes as well, and you can do like a bingo night and talking to them about final expense. Because one thing I will tell you about final expense is the payout is crazy. Like the percentage is like I've seen 140, 150% of the first year premium for final expense, and it's usually a little bit more expensive because they are a lot older and they may have health problems. So it depends on the market you want to go in, or even look at mortgage companies as well, because term policies a lot of times are called it's called mortgage protection. You have the mortgage insurance, but also I just bought a home. I'm 24 years old and I just financed it for 30 years for $200,000, right? Somebody may say, hey, you need a $250,000 30-year term policy, so if I do die within these 30 years, guess what? My home will be paid off and it can stay in my family. It can go to my beneficiary or whoever. And usually term policies aren't expensive. I did a term policy for, I think she was 31. She was 31 years old. It was, I think, $150,000. It was $28 a month. So it's usually pretty inexpensive, but reaching out to them. And you can even search on Zillow. I saw on this YouTube video, you can search on Zillow when houses were sold. You can type in the address on the tax office website, and it will give you the contact information of the person that bought the home. And you could either door knock, or you could reach out to them and say, hey, I saw that you just purchased this home. I reach out to a lot of people that buy homes recently and wanted to know who's your mortgage protection with. Well, my mortgage insurance is through State Farm. No, I mean like your mortgage protection. If you were to die, like what would happen with the house? So those are some really good ways to get some life leads. Do you have a spiff system where you give gift cards or lunches to your referral partners? Brittany, no, I don't have any spiff system for my referral partners, which I really should. But a lot of my referral partners are not local. A lot of my referral partners stay hours and hours and hours away, or not even in North Carolina. So I would love to take my referral partners out to lunch. The one, I guess, referral partner, I've had luck with realtors. I have one realtor that sends me a lot of business, and honestly, it's not even all homeowners insurance. In my opinion, my least favorite type of insurance to write is homeowners insurance. I don't like it. But like HO3, so like the main, like I don't mind writing renters insurance. I don't mind writing any type of other, but just like a regular single family home, I hate it. And I just rather not do it. I mean, I will, of course, but she sends me homeowners. She'll send me, I love doing rental properties. And also what I'm very big on is doing vacant or builder's risk policy. So basically somebody's buying a house, an investment property to flip. I'll ensure that it's super quick, super easy, quick money to make. And I enjoy, hearing their progress, and they'll call and be like, yeah, like I need to extend the policy out, waiting on the windows on the house. And they'll send pictures of the home, and it's really cool. So I love insuring like houses that are going to be flipped. Would that work for life insurance too, going to DOT? I mean, everybody needs life insurance. So I would say if you reach out to these business owners, talk to them about life insurance. You know, if something does happen, you know, it's different life insurance for business owners as well. If they have like a partnership, you know, the life insurance could buy out if one dies, it could buy out the person's side of the business. I mean, it's the different ways to sell life insurance. So it's all about, you know, it's all about how you do it. Yes, just wrote a policy last week with a senior. My commission was 1200. Congratulations. That's amazing. Who do you write through? You said was that through Mutual of Omaha as well, or was that with another carrier? Queen Anne is in Charlotte. What part of Charlotte are you in? I stay near North Key Person. There we go. And the thing is, like a lot of these it's so many different life insurance policies that I cannot keep up, right? So like people are like, what is this policy? And sometimes like people that reach out to me, I'm like, let me look it up because it's been a while, or I haven't wrote one of those in a while. I don't know. You know, I'm never going to act like I know everything because I don't. And that's what I love about insurance is it's super broad, you know, and you can really learn a ton always from insurance. But yeah, Queen Anne, I'm near North Lake Mall, like literally walking distance from North Lake Mall. I love Charlotte. It's constantly growing. I'm really close to South Carolina, really close to a lot of stuff. So I have a lot of commercial business in South Carolina, but not a lot of personal lines and a few life insurance clients as well. So I'm going to cut the live off at like an hour, like a little after an hour. So a few more minutes because I do have to eat and then I do have to do some stuff for work. I am getting ready. It's like the end of year, so trying to get all of my end of year reports together, trying to do early. My taxes, make sure you pay your taxes, guys. Get you a great bookkeeper, get you a great accountant, get all that so you don't have to owe the government a ton of money. There's a ton of ways to write off things, especially as an independent broker, as a contractor, you can make, you know, save a lot of money on gas. If you have an office in your house, you can write off that square footage. I mean, it's a ton of things you can write off for that. And when I have my meeting with my accountant, I may do a video on like just ways to save money as an insurance agent or things to write off. And I'm also looking at for my clients that have been with me for a year, sending out some type of care package to them, just saying thank you with like maybe like some gifts and some goodies in like a nice little gift box for them, just to say thank you for being insured with the Remedy for a year. So I'm super excited to do that, but I got to start on that. And my marketing manager is helping me with that because it's already October, and I haven't even started on even ordering anything, and some other stuff I'm doing for YouTube at the end of the year that I have not started on as well. So thank you, Connie. Hey, if y'all want to come help me pack up these boxes, let me know. Just send me a message and I can send you my address and we can all have a big old party. And I can just get some food, we can get some wine, and we can be packing up these boxes. So let me know. I was hired by a local State Farm agent and I quit after 2 weeks. Yes, it was that bad. So I want you to expound on what in the world happened that you quit after 2 weeks, and are you still in insurance? Are you working for another State Farm agent or what? And let me see if I have any more questions in here. Best follow-up methods. So my follow-up method is I do in my CRM, I'll do like, of course, day 1, I'll follow up. I do day 2, day 7, day 14, day 21, and day 30. By day 14, if they're not answering, I do not call them my office phone. I call them my cell phone. 9 times out of 10, they answer. And excuse me, if they don't answer the first time, call again, like back to back. They'll answer a lot of times the second time. Because they're like, who's calling me? This isn't like a scammer or whatever. And then if they don't answer, text them. Because like my office phone has like texting abilities. I'll text them and say, hey Sam, give me a call when you get this, but not say who I am. And then they'll be like, well, who knows me and who is this? And then they'll give you a call. Boom, got them on the phone. Yes, we're gonna do cranberry juice. I'm in Georgia. What part of Georgia do you live in? Yes, I think I have a few referral partners in Georgia. I've insured a few cleaning companies in Georgia. I'm working on a restaurant in Georgia, I think. I don't even remember. What else do I have in Georgia? I've insured a few homes and some cars, you know, basic stuff. No, I'm staying out for the time being. It's sad because I'm fully licensed and I have a bachelor's degree in business. Danny, don't give up. Danny's saying he's out of insurance for good or for not right now. Danny, I would say keep going. It's very lucrative, and I have a degree. I have a 4-year degree as well, and insurance is lucrative, and it's not super hard. You know what I mean? It's a life changing career. You can help a lot of people. Don't give up. Look at your options. Like it's definitely options out here for you. If you need help looking, just shoot me an email or something, and I'll be more than happy to help you. I've done the voice message and it works. I'm in Griffin. I don't think I know where Griffin is. I just know like Atlanta, you know, the basic Georgia. Do you guys have any last questions? I'm checking to see any questions that I didn't answer on my Instagram and my YouTube. I mean, yeah, my YouTube. Let's see. Somebody asked for the process of starting. So I'm going to do a video at some point on how to study for your life insurance exam. And I also want to do like a study course, like literally going through the material with you guys, probably for PNC because I have that manual still, and just explaining stuff. Like that might be a long video, but really just sitting down and explaining what things mean. And yeah. Matt, have a great night. I'm about to hang it up in a few minutes as well. Let's see. People just had some life insurance questions. If I didn't hit your question, feel free to reach out to me via email or comment under one of my YouTube videos. And also, if you guys have any YouTube ideas, shoot me an email. And the person that does the best idea, I'll give like a free call to or something. I'll call them like a coaching call and help you out with anything that you need. I have a lot of content coming up. It's just recording, and my camera kind of like broke a little bit, so I need to figure out if I'm going to get a new one or get this one fixed. And my mom was like, I need to bring the green screen back because I moved, and the place that I moved to, I had to move out of my other place because there was like a lot of stuff going on, and I had to get my lawyers involved and get out of there. So I moved somewhere very quickly. And my mom was like, "You need to have a green screen behind you, like I used to do back in my old videos, because it looks more professional." But I don't know. I use the Canon G7X Mark. I can never say the name right. Hold on. Canon G7X Mark II. Yeah, it's the Canon G7X Mark II. Yeah, definitely keep me in the loop, Danny. It's a great career to be in. Of course, and guys, I'm going to try to do lives more often. I promise. I said that last time and I didn't. Life got really busy with insurance, but that's always a good thing. But I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Stay tuned for December. Fingers crossed I can execute what I have going on in December well. I'll give you a hint. It's going to be a lot of content back to back to back to back to back, like more than once a week. So if you guys have any other questions, just feel free to message under my videos. I see you. Hey, I have my PNC in 2 weeks. Thank you. Not thank you. Good luck. You got it. Don't overstudy. Take breaks, and you'll do great. I'm gonna go eat because I still haven't eaten after the gym, and I'm very, very, very hungry. You guys have a great evening. I will see you guys on the next live. Again, my name is Kenny J, the insurance guru, and this is KennyJTV.